excited. I have to say, I noticed like half of them looked like they were in high school or were supposed to be in high school.
That's the boy band in us.
Is that nuts for you guys to see
It's
these
scary.
bands and they're like the same age they were when you started?
Yeah.
I don't think they know how old we are. So let's keep this a secret between all of us.
Part of it, and I don't think, I mean, I think it's probably a small part of it, but part of it is because of the show Stranger Things, and people saw one of the kids played Master of Puppets on the show, and it became
Eddie Munson, yeah.
It exploded in ways that the first time the song came out, they didn't have Spotify or streaming or any of this stuff, and this big influx of new interest in your music.
Well, we wrote that song for Stranger Things in what, 1980, 80 something. Yeah.
One day
we knew
we'll
it was
get
going to
this phone
happen.
call.
Yeah.
How does that?
That, you know, is probably what predates most of these people by 25 or 30 years. Yeah, it's just insane. Who would have thought, right?
Robert's son played the guitar part on
Yes,
this, right?
he did. Amazing.
Yeah.
Kurt taught him the parts. Kurt's a great teacher.
Yeah, that's your part. I mean, you got to be careful. You know, you see what happened with Van Halen. You know, the kids move in and there's trouble.
You know, I was just talking to these guys about, you know, the concept of understudies. Yeah. And so.
Yeah. They could be a double-edged sword. The understudy.
Yeah.
Are
it,
your
it wasn't
kids?
a popular conversation.
Are all your kids involved in music in some way?
Yeah.
Yes,
Boy, isn't that
very
something?
much.
And are you all happy about that?
No, my son's a drummer. I'm not happy with that at all. But
You feel that was some kind of rebellion?
I think so.
Uncle Lars.
It's a little.
Yeah, Mike nights in every city, 2 completely different shows, no repeat, you know, the radio phrase, no repeat weekend.
That's right, yeah.
No repeat weekend, yet two completely different set lists. That seemed like a really good idea as those emails were going around in various inboxes like 18 months ago. Now we're 3 weeks away from starting this. It's like, what were we thinking? It's sort of daunting.
What's the challenge, though? You certainly have enough songs.
The challenge is to just figure out like how to structure the 2 sets. To, you know, no songs can be played twice. So there's a completely blank canvas.
Right.
And that's always fun. So we're excited, and we're also a little like, whoa, what are we thinking? But 3 weeks, this kicks off in Amsterdam, so here we
Somebody
go.
sitting here is somewhat obsessed with set lists and
Is that
putting
right?
things
Yeah.
together. So
I would be too.
That's what I do.
It's gonna be okay, buddy.
Yeah.
It's all gonna be awesome.
I get it.
And if it's not okay, I know you'll support that it's not okay.
Whose idea was this? Was it one of you guys or somebody in your team?
It's somebody hiding over there somewhere.
You have an actual plant in Virginia
Yes.
where you make these records.
Yeah, we bought Furnace just outside of D.C. They've been doing our stuff for about 10 years, and ever since the vinyl resurgence sort of came back. And,
What's the first vinyl record you ever bought, Lars?
first one I bought in 1973. My dad took me to see Deep Purple in Copenhagen, Denmark. The next day, I went to the record store and bought their Fireball album.
How about each of you? What's your first album that you bought?
My first album was Santana Abraxas. Second album was Kool and the Gang.
Yeah,
Featuring Jungle Boogie. Yeah.
I don't really want to say.
really? Oh, really?
Come on. Okay. It was the Partridge Family Christmas album.